So today I'm going to share with you how I move my foals around the yard that have never been haltered. Okay, I've already explained why I don't halter my horses in the first few months, but that doesn't mean I don't take opportunities to teach them how to learn, and it doesn't mean I don't start building a language. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how I move my horses from A to B in terms of from one stable to the next. Now the reality is for my horses, 90% of the time they're out, but that's not always the case for everybody, and I still want to take this opportunity to teach him something. And he is a foal that is quite confident by nature, so he doesn't always want to follow mum. And the reality is, as you can see here, and the reality is that he will, at some point when he drifts away from us, hit a threshold in which he starts to feel vulnerable and he'll want to come back. But in a smaller situation like this, like a barn aisle, I want to be able to get him from A to B as efficiently as possible, but also use it as an opportunity to teach him how to learn rather than just manhandle him through the situation. So I'm going to show you how we navigate that now. Okay, so as I open the door here, because we're heading towards the camera, I'm going to leave this door just kind of half open. And as he heads out, my goal is to kind of stay in his left eye. Okay, so I'm going to stay in his left eye here. And I'm going to take this opportunity now to make a block there and release. Okay, so what I do is I redirect his mind. And I do it through a physical feel, just like his mum would do. You've got to think his mum is not going to put a halter on him and pull him around. She's going to take opportunities to use her intention, like that, and project a physical feel in order to get him to think in a different direction or have a different idea. So here again, I'm going to put a little feel there, and I'm thinking the whole time about this idea of the mind, the flexion, the weight, and the feet. So here, when he feels that feel, I want his mind and his flexion to change. Nice. Good boy. And now here I'm going to head to the right eye. Now here he's doing a lovely thing. He's trying to connect with me, but I want him to know that I'm not the answer. Okay, so I'm going to interrupt that if he tries to connect with me. I'm going to find a way to say, that's nice, but this is not what I want you to be thinking about right now. Here again. There you go. Here again. Yep, very nice. So you see, every time he thinks away from where I want, yeah, lovely, where I want him to think, I do something. Every time he thinks in the direction I want him to think, I go neutral. And this is what I mean when I say teach them how to learn. Don't just manhandle them. It'd be very easy for me to just kind of pick him up and push him in there. But the reality is, I'm not going to build any partnership like that, and I'm not going to build his ability to learn and navigate situations. And for him, he's going to hit many thresholds in his life, and at some point in the next week or so, I'm actually going to teach this horse to load, okay, and be confident to go in and out of a trailer, for the simple reason that at some point in his next few months, he could need to be travelled. You know, if he got poorly or something happened where he needed to change locations, I need to be ready for that, okay, and I need that to be as untraumatic and as, yeah, good boy, and as simple as possible, okay? So I'm going to teach him how to load and how to be confident, and I'm not going to push him over this threshold. And the reality is, if you do this enough, horses learn how to learn, they learn how to think, they learn how to navigate situations. I'm not going to push him in, I'm just going to keep redirecting him. Let's see what we get here. Here's a little moment. Not quite. Redirect him. Go neutral. What do you think you should do? So I just keep putting the ball in his court and going, you're getting colder. Now you're getting warmer. Good boy. And I'm never going to take this curiosity away from him. I want him to be curious about his environment. There we go. It's not me. It's not me. Good. And you'll see we're not taking him out of sight from mum. Okay? I want mum to be able to see the baby because I don't want her to be don't want her to be worried about the baby. And if I get this right, you see, once he decides to go in this stable, he's going to go in without me doing anything. He's going to go in with me completely in neutral, which means it's his idea. And what I'm trying to do the whole time is, number one, build his confidence. Number two, preserve his sensitivity. And number three, teach him how to learn. Because he's only 2 weeks old. And so I want to take opportunities to do all those three things. And right now, this is all about preserving his sensitivity in every way we can. Yes, perfect. Okay, so there you can see that once he committed to the idea, and once he made a decision to go in, I was completely neutral. Okay, I just presented a puzzle and waited for him to figure it out. Okay, I don't want to ever force him in there. I want him to be able to learn how to navigate these thresholds and see pressure as information. Okay, so he knows when he's getting warmer, when he's getting colder, when he's hot. And that was a perfect example of that there. As he came to the left, I'd do something. As he came to the right, I'd do something. If he tried to connect with me, I'd do something. The moment he thought about the stable, I stayed neutral. Okay, and that's how horses start to see pressure as information, because it's leading them in the direction they want to go.